Well, what do we have here?
Alex,
Yes.
in this hand is a Rolade because we're getting old. And in this other hand is another Rolade because I need one.
I thought this was ecstasy or something.
It's not.
Dude, if we can get me fucked up on ecstasy.
No.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
This is the chalkiest ecstasy I've ever had in my mouth. Anyways. So, we'll get this movie started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. If I did everything right, you guys should not be able to hear the music. So if someone in the chat could just give me a thumbs up or that you cannot hear the music from The Matrix, that would be great so I don't get shut down.
Message redacted. I didn't do that.
Oh, it's the machines.
Yeah.
It's The Matrix. There was a glitch in The Matrix.
So first fun fact of the evening.
Yes, please.
This, the Matrix characters came from the producer's wife's sushi book that they flipped, mirrored, and mixed with.
It does say trans.
Yeah, it does say trans. All right, let's
wow,
go to
that's
that.
crazy.
You want to tell them?
Well, you can finish your
Okay.
thought. I'll keep going.
So when these characters stopped being numbers, it came from the sushi book, recipe book of one of the producer's wife. They just
cool.
mirrored it. Can't hear shit. You're good. Cool.
Perfect. Awesome.
I
Thank
should
you,
stop
Pinto.
reading out loud.
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
So what I was going to say is that it says trans right there at the beginning of the movie, which is interesting because this was before either of the directors transitioned, but they're famously trans women. And they've said now that the whole movie is an allegory for being trans. It's just an interesting extra dimension, extra layer to the movie. Also, by the way, while this movie is getting started, Gaetano and I both love the original Matrix. We both think it's one of the best movies ever. But so we might be a little harsher because I don't want to be too gushy on it. God damn it!
She's looking up his file right now. When you look at the computer in a minute, see.
She's looking up the file.
Everyone's seen this movie, right? Like,
Yeah, spoil it away.
Yeah.
Spoil away. Yeah.
When you look at her computer, if they show it, it'll be the same file that the agent has when they're interviewing him later.
Interesting.
Yeah. Did my homework.
Hugo Weaving was so awesome in this.
Is that his name?
The Agent Smith.
Okay.
It was kind of like the role that, like, right after this, he got to be Elrond in Lord of the Rings, and then V for Vendetta. And he got like a bunch of roles immediately after this, but he was kind of discovered in this movie. I think he just steals the show.
Yeah, if you see him.
That's his.
Yeah, that's the profile that they're going to have on the desk later.
That's Neo's profile,
Yeah.
Facebook profile,
Yeah.
Metaverse profile.
Ooh.
I did too, Pinto. I forgot how cheesy the sound effects are. You know, like, but and cheesy in a good way. Like, they call back to the like Hong Kong kung fu movies.
Yeah. A lot of this was inspired by that.
Yeah. So what do you think about the fact that Lawrence Fishburne's not going to be in Matrix 4? Let's get right in here.
We should have started with that when we were taking the 5. I was talking with some comics last night, actually, that he's not in there. And the Matrix 2.0 adds 10 pounds, and they should just let him in. Like, I think that's why they don't have him. Oh, that says guns and ammo right there. Little foreshadowing.
It's interesting that it's smoking. Also, the sets here were actually from the movie Dark. What is it called? Dark City? Yeah, they reused the sets. And a lot of people said that The Matrix sort of ripped off Dark City, and that's a little true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Jason, how's it going, brother? 100%. How's it going, man? There's a Quentin Tarantino interview where he mentions that, leading up to this movie, all of the marketing for it showed like some of the action sequences, but it didn't give away any of like what the actual plot was. And I think it's just like such a testament to a different era where you could manage to not spoil everything about a movie in the trailers and stuff.
Yeah, it was one of the last movies before the internet.
Yeah.
Was popular
there
for common folk.
Oh, yeah, it's time for some more beers. Can you grab one for me, too?
Of course.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Of course. Okay.
Cheers. All right, and for everybody, the truck just hit the building just so that you can make sure that you're in sync with us. That's where we're at in the movie. The semi-truck just would have crushed Trinity
if she didn't make it.
Yeah, if she hadn't made it. One of the things, too, that we were talking about before this got started is that this was one of the first movies I said this was the first movie that made me think about the color grading of a film. The fact that while they're in the Matrix, it has this great green sort of cast over everything. But then when they're in the desert of the real, it's got a blue cast because you were saying there's no warmth left.
Yeah. Every source of warmth is synthetic.
Yeah.
In that's what is the intention.
And then Gaetano reminded me that it was not the first movie, but in fact.
Many, many years before Alice in Wonderland did it.
Wizard of Oz did it.
Wizard of Oz. Yeah.
We were talking about how we always get it backwards.
I did it right the first time.
Yeah, you did it right the first time. But yeah, that the black and white to color. Yeah. Yes, if you die in the game, you die for real. Man, his studio makes my studio look clean.
How they couldn't have created better weapons to fight the agents. Yeah. Well, they're all working in this.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. But they're all working in the same construct, I guess, because they're all in the program. So they have to fight with the same thing. Yeah, super weapon. How crazy would it be if that's what happens in the new one?
The Matrix has you. Also, Keanu Reeves.
He was not the first choice.
Will Smith, right?
Yeah, or one of, I don't know if Will Smith was the first.
He turned it down, yeah.
So many people turned this down. Johnny Depp.
Really?
I love Johnny Depp. I'm not gonna lie.
I would have, I love Keanu Reeves. However, I think Johnny Depp might have done Neo better. I was watching The Crow a few weeks ago. I noticed the same thing. All the colors in the film are muted to give it a pulp comic book feel. Yeah. Twin Peaks was famous for having a very red cast. They had to tell them in color correction not to fix that. $2,000
back then. Even now, I take $2,000.
I don't get $2,000 for my studio work, man. He's got to figure it out. Are those fucking floppies? No, they're. What are those called? Those mini discs?
Yeah.
Like what a GameCube video game's on.
Every actor in the movie
you can talk over it. Don't worry.
Every main character in the movie was required to read that book that they're hiding that he hid the program in.
What book is it?
It's shit. Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry. Yeah.
What was it? A Philip K. Dick book or something?
It was about this whole world.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. Never mind.
I know. Snow Crash, which is another cyberpunk book, was had to be read by the whole Xbox Live team, and that because they were like, this is the type of world we want to create with Xbox, actually. Yeah, I think around the 360 era. Also love what a fucking vampire.
Oh, look,
She
the girl in
looks
the
like.
back with the nose thing. Too.
Yeah, I never noticed the girl
That's
in the back with the nose
300.
thing.
That's like
Oh yeah, like Xerxes or
Xerxes.
whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
back in frame. Hey guys.
MO discs. In that tech movie, I did not. Little Rob Zombie action here.
So this was a real S&M club in Australia.
Really?
It's called Hellraisers. Or I hope it's still alive. It's still there. And all the extras were actual patrons. They saved a ton of money on the costuming because everyone you're seeing right now is an actual patron of the S&M club.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Mescaline, the only way to fly.
Crack that date.
Also, I noticed earlier that the font was in green. That never was a thing, right? Like, command prompt was always gray or white, gray, and black. I think you were saying that the green is to emulate like the look of like calculators.
No. It was like the first systems. We
Like
weren't around
really
back
old
then.
ones. Yeah.
Elders, please step in and let us know. How was it like in the before time?
Yeah. Does anybody remember this era before? What is the Matrix?
Fun fact, the first 45 minutes of this movie, 80 lines of dialogue for Keanu Reeves, 44 questions.
Really?
Yeah, he was establishing the storyline and the understanding of what the Matrix is and why they blackballed this movie. They were trying to get it produced for a long time.
Yeah.
But they didn't think anyone would understand what was going on.
So they had to.
In the first 45 minutes, they had 44 questions of 80 lines of dialogue.
Oh, I'm so happy you said that because, like, as I'm writing the next Choose Your Own Adventure, like, that's a thing to keep in mind. Like,
Creating the world that you knew, but your audience doesn't.
Right, yeah. This scene is very blue, even though it's in the Matrix. Interestingly.
Yeah.
I don't know what to take of that, but
now that we're recognizing it,
DOS was always black and white. Yeah, see, Pinto was saying. It's interesting the parallel between him and Agent Smith's voice.
And that was another motif, was he was supposed to represent the agent, and he said that you think the rules don't apply to you. A few minutes ago.
Yeah. So you can see the green cast here for sure on the thigh. Also, another interesting thing, they actually used like physical filters on the camera to get the green cast and lighting versus doing it in post like you would probably do it nowadays.
Yeah. They revolutionized some of the cinematic shit. I don't know. Oh, we just missed the point. Oh, I love this phone. Hold on. So cool.
I would pay a lot of money for that phone.
Right?
Yeah. Behind Metacortex? Not off the top of my head.
Yes, Metacortex is outside the brain. It's a significance. Meta, which is and cortex brain. That's all I have for it. But good call. Thank you, Peter.
Yeah.
So when he signed for this package, there was a pen that we all remember that had multiple colors.
Yeah.
When it was being signed, he had a choice of red or blue. Picked blue while he signed for that because he's still in the Matrix.
Right, like he's still in some way buying into the Matrix. He hasn't fully committed. He hasn't made the choice yet.
Not even close.
They do have a David Fincher vibe for sure. Yeah.
I'm part blind. Sorry for bending over and squinting.
No, it's sad. I would love to figure out how to actually make that bigger.
Didn't we all?
I'm going to buy a tablet so I can just have the chat on a separate screen and get it as close to my face as I need. Especially if I've been doing like a YouTube video on one of these synthesizers, so I can have the camera and the chat by the synth instead of having to come back over here.
His duck walk is so awkward.
Duck walk?
Watch.
I've never really.
Watch,
oh, yeah.
Watch.
I love that guy who was like photocopying something and just saw him. I like with the theme with the pen where he's still choosing the Matrix versus the real world where he doesn't make the choice here, right?
Yeah.
Like what if he had here, actually followed Morpheus's instructions
and made it to the scaffolding.
Made it out.
Of all the scenes in the movie where stunt doubles were used, this was not one of them. Keanu did this himself.
Holy shit.
Yeah, 40 stories up. Yeah.
That is crazy. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be able to. That's just like...
I mean, I would have put my phone in my pocket.
That's...
That's just me.
Oof.
And what is that even? There's no reason to have that on a building.
What is that, a gutter?
Yeah, right?
I think it's a gutter.
It's a very big gutter.
But a very weird gutter, too.
Yeah.
I like that they cut directly to the shot.
And if you look in the background, there are women in red dresses.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Nice.
Or other people.
Yeah.
And
you can see one for sure.
The architect looking at him through all those television screens that appear later?
Oh my God. Yeah, you're right. Holy shit. I never thought about that. Damn, that's going to make Reloaded really interesting because, I guess that's the exact same. Damn, my mind is. You did your research for this.
Of course I did, brother.
Yeah, cheers, man. I appreciate you.
The same file that she was looking at is what he's going to open.
Right. One thing that I feel is missing from the later Matrix movies is the surreal element that almost feels like David Lynch that's in this first one, where when like this scene with the bug that gets in him is such a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, I still fucking hate that.
And there's nothing quite like that in the sequel. Something that truly throws you is like, what is happening? In a way, I guess it couldn't have because they had,
let's not shit on the sequels during this one. We'll shit on the sequels.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah. Hey, how's it going, Brandon?
It's break metal.
To Mighty Pinto's comment, though, I do feel like Fincher's a big influence on the movie, for sure.
Forgive me, I have no idea who that is.
That's Tiffany's husband.
No, David Fincher?
Oh, David Fincher. Yeah, it's famous director.
I could read the last name. What's up, buddy?
I'll look him up real quick.
No problem. I thought you, forgive me, Pinto.
I know David Fincher from one of his least well-known movies, which is...
Third one was a major disappointment. I have to read close.
So David Fincher did Fight Club and Seven.
Oh.
Those are two of his most famous movies.
Yeah.
He also did Alien 3, which I really love, but most people hate that movie.
Yeah, it's just trim on the fin. Yeah.
Yeah, trim.
Gotcha. Thank you.
When do we get to see the passport?
Yes. Yeah, once he opens the file.
Okay.
But I'll bring that up. Pinto just said about the
Yeah, he doesn't talk about it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Chuck.
how's it going, Annie and Chuck?
Yay. I love that. Never talk to the police, ladies and gentlemen. I want my lawyer. Repeat it after me. Am I being
Lawyer? Yeah.
Lawyer. Am I being detained? Fucking hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that scene. Still do.
The effect looks really good there. The first shot, it's a little sketchy. That looks great. Dude, Keanu was fucking ripped. Oh, yeah. Gary, 100%. The Hugo Weaving's tone is just everything to that character. And I think that I doubt that they originally, I think this is, I've read this, where they didn't originally think Agent Smith was going to be a main character through the series, but he just was such a big part of the first movie.
He created his persona off of Walter Cronkite. Reporter.
Yeah, you were saying that.
They didn't know that because we said that before the stream.
Yeah. Because of what were you saying about the news?
He was a representation of controlling the news, controlling what people think, and it was like an Orwellian situation. I don't want to get too deep into that shit, but the conspiracy theorist in me does need to mention that Neo's passport in that scene that we may have missed does expire on September 11th, 2001.
That's crazy, isn't it?
I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just it's proof that coincidences happen.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Coincidence.
Yeah.
Could be a glitch.
Could be a glitch in the Matrix. What do they call
the next
that?
One?
Not deja vu. What do they call that when like?
Well, deja vu is something that I have another note for, but yeah, that's part of the movie.
There's a Mandela effect.
Oh, Mandela effect.
Yeah.
But that's when people don't remember things that happen. Like
I thought it was
Luke.
when
Luke, I'm your father, or the Berenstein bears.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
There's no Berenstein bears.
Right.
Berenstein or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. I thought the conspiracy version of the Mandela effect was where, oh, hey, we got Switch. Go ahead.
Copper Top was a reference to the Duracell battery that we all know and love, with the copper black top, calling him just a production of the machine.
Yeah, it's just a battery for the machines. Yeah.
Little thing I never noticed until I did my research.
I love that they created that little bit of slang. Also, Switch was originally supposed to be a woman in the Matrix, but a man in
whichever way.
way, yeah.
Different identities.
Didn't make it in the final cut of the movie, and instead they just went for a very androgynous person. And for whatever reason, Switch didn't make it into the next two movies either, which is funny because they introduced a bunch of new characters in those movies. Yeah.
I'm gaslighting myself?
You're probably talking to me.
Oh.
I think.
Oh.
This machine is ridiculous.
Back before the fleshlight.
Yeah, this thing could suck. This could suck as good as Nico did. Good, I got you to laugh once.
Yes.
Consider that a victory. It's going to be very weird to see an older Trinity and Neo, but not Morpheus. I just don't get it. I mean, and I hope maybe they'll have a very good story reason.
Yeah.
God, that's freaky. That's one of my favorite parts of like the original. Also, talk about how much rain happens in this city. You know, like it's coming down. We get a little hypnotic thing going on here.
Sorry for bringing that up. I was in Jersey during that and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I can only imagine, Neil. I also think Lawrence Fishburne just really stole this role. You know, like every minute that he's in it, he's just fucking killing it.
Look how young he was.
Oh, yeah. That's a very cool audio transition there.
We're talking.
Yeah. I really love in Reloaded, the second movie, how they get into the free will debate, the philosophical debate of free will. So this movie, the philosophy is about simulations, right? Mm-hmm. Which is a common theme in philosophy classes. In the second one, they get into the free will thing. Like, does anybody ever have any real choice over anything?
I could do that.
What?
Have a debate about free will. Real quick.
Yeah, you want to have another debate?
Real quick.
The alien one went so well.
Some people don't want to laugh at my jokes, but they have to because they're hilarious. I just did it. He didn't want to laugh at that. There was no free will in that moment.
You're right.
Complete domination.
Well. What's funny is jokes are definitely, that's one of my favorite things about comedy is that it's involuntary.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no way to really fake it. Yeah.
There's no free will. It's the proven point.
Yeah.
I said it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
This is like one of the best scenes in all of movies.
That's what I tried to do with the rollates. Rollates. Oh, fuck it. That was my alarm for taking the trash out. But now I have this podcast to remember trash day.
Okay, take the trash out.
Yeah, just kidding.
This concept was just so awesome. And a lot of people said that they ripped this movie off of William Gibson, who wrote Neuromancer, just because Neuromancer has The Matrix in it and stuff like that. But even Gibson said that, like, the plot here is actually original, like this part of it. The style, the cyberpunk thing, the fact that he's wearing mirror shades, all of that is borrowed from the cyberpunk literature. But, here we go.
Speaking of the mirrored shades, his left arm doesn't lift up when he reaches the red pill in the blue pill lens. Watch. hope that made sense.
We'll see.
You'll
Keep
see.
looking here.
Yeah, watch his glasses right now. When he reaches for the red pill, the blue pill lens doesn't move.
Oh, interesting. That's a really crazy little thing there. Almost like it's the separate reality, like the reality where he chose the other choice. Yeah. This is the only scene in this movie that really gets into the free will thing. Then they just focus on simulation. What if the real world was a simulation? Oh, we got Cipher. We got a good old sleazy Italian. Like to have a goateed sleazy Italian in every movie. Look at that shirt. Everybody else is like so fucking gangster, like covered in their like
He's
PVC.
Albanian.
Yeah, and he's got that like nerd $20 Walmart shirt. I forgot what the justification for the pill was. It's a trace
It's a tracer
program.
to find him in the farm.
Yeah.
Trick the machine into thinking he's dead, so they evacuate his body and replace it with a new baby.
Right. So are they actually going in and making the machines think that he's dead?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they crash it. And that's why the pod looks so distraught, because it's been cycled through generations of humans.
I never really thought about it. I think at this point of the movie, it's just sort of like, kind of like, oh, okay, something happens.
Yeah. Well, when we initially watched it and so forth, it's you don't pick up on this shit.
There's no free will. The sauce was in the water, not the pill.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. I think mostly the effects have really held up.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I like that they don't show Tank at this point. Like he's doing something over there, like the architect was in that one scene. I'm so happy you pointed that out.
This is That's the scene.
Yeah. Such a cool sound effect.
Yeah.
There wasn't even stutter edit back then. They had to do that by hand. I think.
So this scene was shot much later than the production.
Right.
He lost 15 pounds to be not as defined.
To look.
Yeah, emaciated.
Wow. He was already thin, so 15 pounds off of that guy was like.
Yeah.
This is the only like H.R. Giger kind of thing going on. So you're saying they're supposed to look decrepit because there's generations of people have gone through these things?
That's like the fan theory, I think, more than anything.
I mean, it works. There's no reason that wouldn't work. I remember being in the theater and on this shot being like, what the fuck? You know? I don't think any shot in any movie has affected me quite as hard as this one did. Just where you're like, because now you're trying to figure out what you're even looking at. I did always think that's a bit of a plot hole that, like, so this robot's looking at him and doesn't notice he's alive. You know what I mean?
Waking up in Vaseline or Jello means you lost the wrestling match. Just saying.
I thought Alien used a lot of KY jelly.
And he doesn't know how to swim. I've always that stuck with me. Is like he didn't know how to swim because he never used his muscles.
I never noticed that. Yeah,
that's not a fun fact. That's like my own psychosis.
Well, right, like he knows how to swim, but he doesn't have the
muscle.
strength.
Yeah, because he's old. Yeah,
never opened his eyes before.
Yeah. Yeah, they got flushed.
Such a great shot when you have
He is kind of a bitch for not shaving his eyebrows. You could tell he didn't.
He didn't?
You could tell. Come on, he can't.
I didn't notice.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah, you saw that it was...
Right?
Oh, I forgot this acupuncture. What a great aesthetic.
Yeah.
From the claw machine. So I never really noticed this before. Do those
Disappear.
marks on them, they heal up or something? Because definitely in the later movies, you don't see them. I don't think you see them. Or maybe it's just they're always covered up.
They've always looked itchy to me.
They do have an itchy quality. Right? I forget what the phrase is for the phobia of like holes.
Yeah.
Tryptophobia or something like that.
Yeah, no.
I think it's called. But it definitely triggers that. Maybe they don't go anywhere. It looks like he's still just got a vent on him right there. Something that I never really thought about, but the fact that they have ports all over their body makes you think that the Matrix stimulates like each part of your body individually. Whereas I've always just assumed that it was just the port in your neck, right?
Yeah.
Because when they jack into the Matrix, it's just through the port on the back of their head.
$2,000.
Yeah.
Nebuchadnezzar was a Babylonian king that had a dream that he could not remember and chased it for his life.
I love that.
Yeah. Fun little fact.
I've been thinking this whole time just like what it was like to experience this for the first time and just what a mind-bending thing this was.
Whoops. Mouse. Love Mouse.
He is in the following movies, I believe.
No, he's not.
He's not?
He dies in this one.
Oh, shit. Spoilers.
Alert. But yeah, I didn't watch this in the theaters.
Oh, really?
No. Yeah, humans are just a very large battery, but where did they pull it from? They didn't just pull it, they connected from the neck port, but they didn't collect from just the neck port.
Oh, okay, that's what it's for.
Right?
That makes sense.
Yeah, those were battery outputs. See,
So only the neck port's the only one that matters for the experience side of it.
And
Makes sense.
that needle looks a lot longer than their skulls. That's always bothered me.
Yeah. I'll try to see if I can catch it again. How's it going, B-Ops?
So
This is also just such a great scene. Look at that TV. I love that. Is that the same chair that was in the room?
yeah.
Yeah.
And they return to that hotel. That's where they have the standoff with the agents.
Really? Cool. Interesting that they're both wearing brown now instead of black.
Oh, yeah.
He's wearing a brown jacket and he's wearing a brown blazer. Oh, yeah. It's cannibalism.
Well, it's not really cannibalism if they're machines feeding off of it, like harvesting.
I'm thinking what he's saying is that they reuse the nutrients of the bodies for the current people, which would be
Fair
cannibalistic.
Fair point.
Of the real. From a writing perspective, I've always thought that this is one of the best examples of like if you have to do an exposition dump where you just explain everything instead of like normally in writing you would want the character to discover it for themselves through the story. But if you have to just spit it all out, this has got to be the best example of it where you just because they keep it real interesting. They keep it like you got this spooky little alien world they're in, and then like the whole scene where they're walking with the lady in red and all of that. Duracell battery.
Yeah, he's about to hold it up.
So I guess the form of fusion is the little loophole there. Very H.G. Wells with the kind of like tripods. Old aliens. Yeah.
War of the Worlds.
Oh, yep. Cannibalism.
Fair point.
Ooh, this is a horrific shot. I didn't remember this.
Copper top.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Johnny Mnemonic? So Johnny Mnemonic is a movie that Keanu Reeves did a couple of years before this based off of the character from Neuromancer by William Gibson, which has the Matrix in it and everything. It's kind of how he got the role for this. He's wearing a black suit. Like, it's very similar. Ice-T plays a character in it who's like one of the Desert of the Real guys, like the hood undercity people. Henry Rollins plays a scientist, and they like cybernetically hack a dolphin. It's a very silly movie, but it's interesting because I think that's how we got the role for this. And anyways, I just thought I'd bring that up. Yeah.
Add it to the list. Add it to the list.
Yeah, it's a good movie to see if you're interested in it. Yes, I have Mighty Pinto, and I actually think we're going to try to do Animatrix on this channel as well, depending on time constraints. Definitely hit the main 3 movies before, and then depending on when we actually schedule the in-person movie meetup down at Shadowwood, we might hit the Animatrix too if it's before then. It's been a while since I've seen the movie Mighty Pinto.
December.
It'll be closer to December 28th. Yes, yeah. Something like that. Do they ever go into why he thinks Neo is the one? Neo is an anagram of one, and there's a bunch of other stuff, but I've always wondered if they ever go into that in the movies. Like, what makes him the one? I don't know. Not that they have to. I don't. Yeah. One thing that I can say is, like, I remember, I don't know if you do, when this movie came out, everybody's like, it's so confusing. It's like, actually, this movie spoon feeds you basically everything. I appreciate that Tank is wearing a very low-cut shirt.
Smooth operator.
I'm really enjoying looking at this color palette that they have here. Sort of the blue and orange.
Well, they're not supposed to know there were previous lives.
Right.
At this point in the movie, for any of them, right?
Right. No, they didn't know that till the reveal of Reloaded. So when you say the previous Neo lives,
lives.
Lives. Oh.
Like there were previous the ones. Drunken Boxing, that's also an homage to the fighting coordinator. Yeah.
The Kung Fu styles and stuff like that.
Well, he did the Jackie Chan movie. The coordinator for the fighting of this movie did a Jackie Chan movie of the Drunken Master or something like that.
Yeah.
I got notes.
What's interesting, though, in the little scene before this was that Morpheus was talking about how there was a guy who freed everybody. So in a way, they kind of acknowledge there's a previous the one, but they just think there's only the one previous one, I think. Something like that.
So we're back to the Christian deeper meaning. This has all just been to indoctrinate you guys into
Christianity. That's what the trans women would like.
Exactly. When I win the Powerball, I'm building one of these in my house.
You want one of these?
Exactly. Just a fucking...
I wouldn't mind making the synth room look like this.
Right?
A synth dojo instead of a synth dungeon.
That was an improvised moment.
Oh, was it? Oh, that's awesome.
Thumbing to the nose to Bruce Lee.
I like that they went through the effort of making it look really like authentic kung fu.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Got some good electronic music coming in. Oh, I forgot that they all like run over. They're all like, want to go watch this. Cyber Jesus, yeah. Plenty of Christian allegory. It's a great shot. Oh, and I like that he's getting off on the fact that he's not
getting
perfect.
Beat up.
Yeah. Like Trinity looks like upset, and he's like, "Oh, he's just a punk ass bitch. He's not the one." Yeah, Smith definitely wasn't about the system.
Yeah.
Such a great line.
But Agent Smith did rebel against the system.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
I get where you're going. This was such a great moment.
Yeah. It's kind of one of those things like if you believe your kids are smarter than they are, they actually do better on tests.
I love that line.
Yeah. What a great shot of him just like. I think such a big part of cinematography that gets like overlooked is the reaction shot. I think so much of movie making and the storytelling happens in like how the person reacts. And I feel like Morpheus's or Lawrence Fishburne's reactions right there were just so great. Like the look of fear for that split second, you know, it really sells the whole thing. And I think sometimes where this movie falls a little flat is that Keanu Reeves' reaction shots are not always so. He could be a little sketch, a little sus.
Deadpan.
Yeah. Well, he can kind of overact sometimes too.
All right.
Oh, okay. I was thinking about it when in the scene where they have the bug, he goes like,
okay, yeah.
Or the scene where he says like, I don't believe it. And he starts like really freaking out. Like he has a way of Just across all of his movies. I'm not even saying for this one. Again, I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm just trying to be... Just trying to say Lawrence Fishburne really knocked it out of the park there.
Yes. Well, they did have to cut back on their fight scene in that moment because they were bruising each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They were going for it. I love the fact that the actors were like, yeah, we're going to fucking get it. We're not going to fuck around this time. I want to know who those two hot pieces of man meat are reviewing The Matrix. How's it going, Andy?
What's up, bro?
How you feeling? Dude, that workout kicked my ass today. Andy's one of my workout buddies. I feel like you've met Andy before at some point.
Yeah. No, I know Andy. Absolutely. Yeah. We've had breakfast or brunch.
Yeah,
Sometimes I've seen him at karaoke. And we got you.
You can really see how their skin tone is like really purple in here. It's always one of the like leaps of logic you have to make there, you know, which I don't mean it as a criticism at all, because every story has some things that kind of break down if you look too hard at it. But like that one, you just sort of have to accept. Yeah. You know what I mean?
We want to get into life support and shit. That's
let's
not. But that's exactly what they're saying.
Just dodge that bullet. I love the fucking low cut shirts. I would love to buy some of these tight ass low cut.
Yeah.
Dude, where do you buy this shit?
Out of the Matrix, and we got to get out there to buy shirts like that.
Yeah. Oh, I lost the this on the screen.
I think we lost that a while ago, actually. I did notice you.
Oh, you should have said something.
No, I didn't realize. I saw it go away and then just got distracted.
Yeah.
Don't mind me.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Here we go. Club to Death. One of the most iconic pieces of music.
They specifically hired twins for this scene. You're going to see two nuns, two bald guys, two sailors to the right. Boom.
Wow. What a fucking interesting detail.
They were trying to make a reference to their programming being less powerful than the Matrix, but they were trying to recreate it. So the mouse had to build this. So he only doubled.
Oh, he doubled
the characters.
Stuff?
Yeah.
So they're like, Mouse is a noob.
Didn't have the same computing power.
Right. He had to like reuse assets. Uh-huh. That's crazy. What a great little detail.
See, there's two bald guys right there in the dead center.
Yep.
To the right a little. They're the same or they're twins.
Yeah, I saw them. I feel rough too, Andy, for sure. I love a good deep V. And actually, Andy is the person who inspired my love for the deep V. And you've got the deep V going too. Fuck yeah. $1964 black Lincoln Continental with suicide doors?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't notice that.
Yes. Me too.
Was that in the scene earlier?
That's the bug pulling out.
Yeah.
You want the 4-door or the 2-door?
What a great line, too. You know? Although it's not entirely true. Like, he definitely has to dodge bullets, right? But then again, no, actually, in the way. Yeah, he stops him at the end of the movie. Yeah. I think the writing on this first movie is impeccably tight. Like, word for word perfect. And I don't think I could say that about any other movie.
Yeah. Or definitely not the other two.
I wasn't saying that.
I know.
But even some of my other favorite movies, like Alien, is one of my, I think, pretty close to perfect. But this one, for the amount of information they convey, Alien's simple. Alien's like something we don't understand.
Yeah, we just passed the 45 mark where he had 44 questions, 1 a minute almost.
44 questions out of 80 lines of dialogue.
In the first 45 minutes.
So awesome.
So that was the establishment of the
whole thing.
Storyline. Yeah. You know the beer?
How many more do we have left?
Would you like me to question?
No. Wait, what? Okay. You don't have to be secretive.
I know, yeah.
I know. You're not going to get the ecstasy over there. That's over there. That's not over there.
That's not over there, exactly. Untie the hooker.
It really is one of those lightning in the bottle movies. And I think it came out at the perfect time. It, forgive me. Oh, I forgot about how great they remind me of Chinese dragons, the way that they go through the air. Mm-hmm. I completely forgot about those. I mean, I knew they were in the later movies, but I didn't remember that they were in the first one.
Yeah. Jellyfish. Yes.
Yeah, a little jellyfishy, for sure.
Watch when he sneaks up on him, the computer to the left shuts off because he was making the meeting with the agents.
Oh, no way, really? Interesting. He was doing some sneaky shit. It really was, Neil. Did you watch Ghost in the Shell with us? Oh, that's okay. Well, so the Wachowskis, the way they sold The Matrix was by saying they showed the producers Ghost in the Shell. They said, we want to do this live. And one of the famous things from that movie is the falling green. Oh, okay. Yeah. And then there's a couple of other things that you guys can go back and rewatch the video that we did on Ghost in the Shell. It's the same idea as this. You play the movie at the same time as us. But the real scene that is like almost identical is the shootout scene in the building, where the columns,
pillars,
explode and stuff is exactly the same. It's
when I was doing my homework, I
heard it. Love the music here. A little bit of tension. I think Cipher is one of the most interesting characters because of the fact that there's an argument to be made for staying in the Matrix, like which we're about to get in this scene.
That is the best looking steak anyone's ever seen in their life. I would kill for one of those right now. And he goes back and kidnaps a baby. Baby's Day Out, anyone?
Baby's Day Out? I don't
You've
know.
never seen that movie?
No,
All
no,
right.
no, no. Is it the same actor or what? Oh, okay.
Anyone seen Baby's Day Out? Anyone? Mr. Reagan, someone important like an actor. Ronald Reagan became.
Oh,
president.
interesting. Yeah,
Maybe you haven't either.
yeah. Maybe none of us have. Cheers to this fake Stella. And I love this shot to the gross ass goo.
I want to try that so bad.
Oh, dude, yeah, that would be awesome.
It doesn't look that bad.
It doesn't. It kind of looks like grits.
Yeah, right?
I fuck with some grits.
Me too. I had grits this morning.
Did you?
They were lobster grits, but
Oh, shit. You fancy ass Miami, bitch. God damn it.
Take the boy out of Miami. Can't take the Miami out of the boy.
Dude. Where the fuck are you getting lobster grits around here?
Another broken egg in Boca.
Another broken egg.
Another broken egg.
Yeah.
They have their city grits, which are amazing. But their lobster grits are andouille sausage, lobster, and bacon topping.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I was celebrating. I was coming here.
Oh, fuck. Well, I know what I'm going to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And drop some off to me.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah, cheers. Fake Stella.
Love this.
He's one of us.
Yeah.
Fucking pervert.
What a great line. I need to get that tattooed on me somewhere.
Let's go get matching tattoos.
Tattooed to deny
Yeah.
our own impulses, to deny what makes us human, something like that. We'll get knuckle tats.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We could line it up. So it only
Yeah, you
makes
need
sense
all
if-
of our knuckles to get the full message.
We need to meet up right now. Everyone watching the stream.
Yeah. Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if Boz is still tattooing across the street from Harry's right now. We could probably get him. Future porridge.
I am joking. I would love some future porridge. I really do want to know what that is.
I also appreciate how much of this electronic music from the time was like these big beat drum loops. This is a time before house music took over, you know? Instead of a 4 to the floor, it's like everything was breakbeat.
Okay.
At the time, I mean,
I don't know.
it means, I'll explain it to you later.
Yeah.
It just means not boots and cats music. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Boots and cats and boots and cats. Which most of my music is boots and cats music. So
it's a 2-door.
is it a 2-door? Okay. God, I really want one of those Nokia phones.
Yeah.
I would love to have it amongst these synths
Okay.
from this era.
We'll figure it out.
I love that line. I don't remember it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like also, I'm just noticing the cast of his skin is correct. The color, it's like a nice yellow color. It's like not overly green here. Versus like the scene where he goes red pill, blue pill. That was like crazy green. I've been paying attention to it I guess maybe because we were talking about the color.
Well, he's back in the Matrix, but with the knowledge. So
Right,
there's
you're right.
no
That's
real
what I'm saying. There's like
recast,
it's not just flat green or flat blue. They actually kind of throttle it depending on what they're trying to say with the story. That's very green back there.
Blind man head nods Morpheus right
Does
now.
he?
Watch.
Wow. You really did your research on this.
Yeah.
I do love the surrealism. Okay.
Yeah, where is the missing fashion?
The fashionista.
Yeah.
I think it's Mouse.
Yeah.
Because he's a perv. And that would explain why it's all like fucking skin tight
Tight-fitting,
latex, fetish factory shit. And then I want to say, if we to take the question seriously for a second, the scene where they pop up all of the guns?
Yeah.
I think there must be an equivalent for
latex.
For latex.
We just
black
need,
latex and trench coats and goth boots.
That'd be awesome.
And deep V's.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Andy with the deep V daddy. And green ties. Although I think Morpheus is the only one who wears a green tie.
Speaking of green fucking ties, watch this scene. I think this is where the reflection, they're hiding the camera. They just hid the camera in his green tie and a coat. It was
Really?
very quick.
Oh.
That's fucking, what is it? Serendipitous that you were just talking about.
Yeah, that is.
But if anyone wants to rewind later, now, whenever, that last scene in the reflection of the door handle, there was a camera hidden with half a green tie and a leather jacket laid over it.
Wow.
That's crazy. You just
damn.
actually brought that up. So, yeah. I really did my homework.
You really did.
And I haven't even looked at my notes.
Dude.
Yeah.
This is crazy. Yeah.
I'm on game tonight.
Or Adderall.
Fuck off. It's prescribed, asshole. It's not prescribed to me, but it's prescribed somewhere.
Oh, of course, the famous spoon bending scene. Weird tie pin? I don't know if there's an in-universe answer for that, Annie.
Maybe.
Yeah. Now, one thing I will say about Matrix 4 is the Oracle changes actors between 2 and 3, I want to say. She reinvents herself. So they do have at least an in-universe answer for why Morpheus might not be in the fourth one, just because of that. Although the Oracle is a program and Morpheus is a person, so I don't know. The theory I've been hearing online that's interesting is that it's a younger Morpheus. It boggles the mind to think of how that could be possible, but it seems like it could be possible.
We're going to find out.
We will find out.
It's either going to be the best movie or the worst movie.
I agree. It's very hard for it to be
anything in between.
Yeah.
It's any mediocrity is not happening.
It's got the same problem with Star Wars.
I mean, I don't know what the fuck you're talking
Adderall
about.
shoes? Is that a thing? Do you know about that?
No, if you chew them up, the XRs, they become instant. Ta-da!
Yeah.
So the sign above the doorway says "Know Thyself," which is another homage. I'm just trying to avoid the Adderall conversation.
Oh, right. I forgot about this. She says,
don't worry about the vase.
Don't worry about the vase. This kind of digs into the free will debate. It's just like every one of these scenes is so perfectly orchestrated.
Oh, we got Pinto giving us a night of
Night of the Lepus on TV?
Lepus?
I don't know.
But it said lupus.
Lupus?
Yeah, it doesn't say lupus, but yes, I think you did.
I didn't notice it if we did.
That music, I didn't know if it was coming from in here or the movie. Oh, no, thyself. Sorry.
Balls to bones, baby. That'll be the second knuckle tat we get.
And that's a very short distance.
Oh my god.
Do you hear the music though?
Yeah.
I thought it was coming from in here almost for a second.
It does, because they clearly recorded it with a mic that was in a room, like the next room over.
Yeah.
It's like an anemic violin or cello. Like a kid is practicing the violin in the room next door.
Yeah.
Never noticed that.
Yeah.
These high quality studio my headphones. Interesting that she says he's not the one, but you're waiting for something.
The next. Yeah, it's jazzy for sure.
Like that we had the orchestral score there while it got serious, and then it goes back to the anemic cello player.
Okay. I was going to say that the cookie in programming terms is a piece of information that stays with you.
Oh, man!
Fucking.
God damn it.
I know.
Gaetano, what am I going to do without you?
I don't.
There was a few things that came up in my head, so I don't remember exactly, but is this the red lady? The one
Lady
Dude.
Red.
I love this shot.
So
Dude,
it's the same
Mouse is
chair.
underrated. Same chair.
That was the same table?
Absolutely.
That's really,
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So, as far as the in-universe answer, how is it the Oracle is able to tell the future if, say, the agents can't? You know what I mean? If the architect, doesn't he already know what's going to happen? How does the Oracle? You know, I'm just curious.
Yeah, I have no answer for that. You should have let me know that question beforehand.
I wish I had
thought
known.
about it. Yeah.
The other one is it's interesting that she says he's not the one, but in a bit of a way where it can kind of leave it open.
You're waiting.
Yeah, you're waiting for something. Oh, I love this little black hat, right? It's a glitch, right?
Yeah, deja vu.
So this is what you were talking about, the deja vu. Yeah.
Yeah. So are you saying the Oracle is a corrupted program or the agents are the corrupted program?
I think I'm saying that
No.
Oh, the programs.
Yeah.
I think he's saying the kitty programs are corrupted. Like, because of whatever they shifted to the Matrix to get the drop on him, that Fair cat point. Repeated.
Gotcha.
Gotta love Mouse.
Yeah, that's where he...
Aww. Interesting little Scarface reference there.
Oh.
You know? That's definitely...
Scarface reference.
Yeah. Say hello to my little friend. And then just fucking...
Say hello to my little friend.
Yeah, there, yeah.
The most famous Cuban in the world is Italian. Fucking Al Pacino, right?
Ah.
See, he lost his phone because he dropped it in the garbage can to notify the agents that they're there. If anyone else is paying attention.
That is extremely green as compared to the first time we saw the hypnotic.
Oh, Mouse.
Poor Mouse. Interesting that Switch is wearing all white. Like
and everyone else, yeah.
Like, what's her name from the following movie? Played by Monica Bellucci, I think her name is. She's wearing an all-white latex dress.
Really?
Yep. The Merovingian's wife.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Just, I mean, I don't know if it really means much, but it's interesting. Also, how demonic he looked with those sunglasses. See how it's making little like horns over his eyes? Little bit more of that. So Annie's theory would be that she's not clairvoyant, but she's just
directing.
Yeah. She's sort of more action. Like what's the word? Like a chess
puppeteer.
Player. Yeah, puppeteer. Like the puppeteer from Ghost in the Shell.
That was supposed to be Morpheus, from what I heard.
Oh, Morpheus is a puppeteer,
the puppeteer
in Greek.
That was the no, not even just the movie. Like his character carried over as Morpheus, the puppeteer carried over.
Oh, interesting.
To Morpheus.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah,
that's a bit of a stretch.
I don't know.
Puppeteer is also the villain.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Never mind then.
Yeah.
To the window, to the wall.
Yeah. Okay, so here's a question that I've never known the answer to. When they change into an agent, does that person in the real world just get flushed?
Oh.
Like, are they just out?
Yeah.
Are they just out?
Battery died.
I don't know if we ever get an answer from the movies, but that's always been... I'm like, okay, so maybe the agent leaves and you get your body back. Or maybe not. Also, you're more into guns than I am, but I remember when I first saw this movie, I'd never seen those handguns that just have like an insane rate of fire before this
probably
movie.
Had a Mac 10, just a guess.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. Yes, but what happens to the body that is in the battery farm? That's what he was at.
Yeah, I'm saying, what happens to the person in the real world when they get...
Yeah.
When an agent becomes them? Interesting CGI toilet. Oof. See, that's what I mean. Like that shot of Tank having that reaction shot.
Yeah.
That's like what sells the whole scene, right? Is like that's what gives you the emotion is the reaction shot.
Those are all cross streets in Chicago, but no one ever clarifies what city.
Oh, so they're in
is.
Chicago.
They didn't
Probably.
say it. They shot it in Sydney, Australia.
Right.
I think.
I think so.
All the cross streets have been cross streets in Chicago.
Right. You got the facts, baby.
I haven't even looked at my fucking notes. Have you seen that? I didn't even.
Shout out to Gaetano with the facts, man. Appreciate it. This latex dress is something else, too, by the way. Ugh.
I mean,
I'm about to get mouse up in this motherfucker. Oh,
yeah, right?
fucking Dozer, man. I feel like Dozer was one of my favorite characters that didn't get enough screen time.
Ooh. Yeah, I forgot
gruesome.
about that.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
I forgot about how gruesome that was. I appreciate they went that extra,
Yeah.
full R rating there.
Was this rated R or PG-13?
I actually don't know.
Yeah.
That is so not a concern for this channel.
Yeah, no. I was just curious when.
They are still in the mix? Okay, Neil. Ooh. Ooh. That's a little gross. Yo. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Not going to even attempt to pronounce that in fear of screwing it up, but thank you. Ejimnen. Thank you very much for subscribing. One thing that I'm noticing right now, see the red and the blue? Doesn't that look like the tails on the robots? There's been almost no red in the Desert of the Real up to this point, except for the robots, Oh,
we're going to go back, by the way. Oh, never mind. I'll tell you later. Oh.
You can tell me now.
So the TV may have said Desert of the Real.
Oh,
when
really?
They were, earlier.
Dang.
I forgot what the phrasing was, but I feel like the first word was at least desert.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'll show it to you later.
It is R. Okay, yeah, Tiffany looked it up for us. Thank you, Tiff. It does almost feel like a PG-13 movie by today's standards.
Yeah, for fucking sure.
Yeah.
One of my favorite characters.
Yeah. Again, Switch's reaction there sells the reaction, like sells the emotion.
Oh, they definitely had a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So APOC is short for apocalypse because in the storyline, in the books, he wrote the Four Horsemen virus.
Ah,
so that's where
I love
it's
it.
named after in the apocalypse.
Not like this. Oh, that would explain why Switch didn't make it into Reloaded.
Yeah.
I guess everybody dies except for... Yeah, PG-13 was PG.
Yeah.
I think the guy who played Cipher is an incredible actor.
Mm-hmm. We got to watch Baby's Day Out.
Yeah, we do. The next Scum movie. It's interesting that that's kind of the first time, skipping ahead a couple of movies to the end of Revolutions, where we get for the first time this sort of weird dichotomy of like whether or not Neo is the one only in the Matrix or outside of the Matrix as well. That's the first time he's kind of a miracle happens outside of the Matrix, even though the whole prophecy about him being the one is that he can control the Matrix. Inside.
Yeah.
Like outside the Matrix, he's just a regular dude. Up until the end of Revolutions, where they sort of fuck with that. And that's, I think, part of why it's a little confusing at the end, too. You know?
Yeah.
For me, anyways.
Yeah, good point.
But there's a little bit of a lead up to that, actually, that I never noticed before.
Yeah.
Oh, this is like one of the best scenes. Hugo fucking Weaving. I'll shut up. Oh, interesting. Interesting, Neil. Love they refer to humans as a crop.
He's kind of got a horn.
Yeah. The way he gets his eyebrows arched there is crazy. Hugo Weaving, yeah, is out of control.
Honestly, all of the actors in this movie are amazing.
Oh, I've always felt that Carrie-Anne Moss is not like, she's doing a great job, but it's not like, she doesn't stand out the way Lawrence Fishburne and Hugo Weaving, and even Keanu Reeves, I think.
Well, she's kind of a secondary here.
Yeah.
She's the love interest. We'll get to that later, because there's a gender reversal with her.
Yeah.
At the end, kiss.
Yeah. We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Yeah. Look at her eyes, though. I mean, I get why they were into her. She's fucking.
Oh, eyebrow check.
Eyebrow check. Yeah. Let's see what the Stream Elements has to say. What is it? Eyebrow?
Yeah.
Fuck, I fucked that up. I'm drunk.
Speaking of, I was gonna go grab another beer.
I'll go grab us some beers.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Keep everybody entertained.
Fuck. Dun, 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 dun. And there is. Oh, get that back. Yo, we lost the count.
Oh, I got the count.
Do I click on that?
No, it's just that's all you have to do is leave it hovering there and it shows
I
up.
was trying to do that for the past 2 minutes. I hope you were entertained by my struggle.
All right, so what we got here is Jack-O-Latte, which is left by Dearman.
Oh, thank you, Dan.
It's a pumpkin coffee milk stout.
Beautiful.
So, yeah. So cool. Jump on in here. Cheers! And cheers to all of you guys for hanging out with us. We love the Scum family. Thank you so much for doing this with me, Gaetano, and for everybody checking it out tonight. Appreciate you guys.
That's actually really good. I like that a lot.
It is nice.
Ooh, she pulled rank.
I love it.
I love a strong
when she gets
woman.
assertive, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who's going to make a joke like, don't worry about the vintage synths.
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to destroy the machines behind us.
Makeup on Morpheus looks great. He looks like me after fucking Scum vacation. Just getting torn up by you
That's
guys.
a typical Tuesday night for me.
15-hour marathon.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Drink a water, buddy. Get some greasy food. You'll be all right. Get an Uber Eats.
Lots of guns. Yeah, such a great line.
What's up with the foe? Kind of hungry.
What was that?
Foe?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they all say. Where is the first time?
It's interesting how much you get to see of Agent Smith's eyebrows versus the other agents you get no eyebrow action from. I don't know how deliberate it was, or if it was more just like they kept having him do those famous Hugo Weaving arched brows. Because he was doing that shit as Elrond in Lord of the Rings, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I love that he pulls his earpiece out. Really gets you that, like...
Oh, yeah. John Wick?
Yeah. Oh, he says the same line in John Wick? Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I've never seen any of the John Wick movies, actually. I've heard they're great. Look at that vein.
Morpheus does say earlier in the movie that there is no taste, no smell to the Matrix, but now he's disgusted by it.
Yeah. This is like such a great scene because it also sets up Smith's character. He's not just a program, right? He's struggling himself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the goth boots. God damn it. It's so good.
Love it. The metal
It's so
thing.
green.
Yeah.
This is maximum green.
Well, too green. There is a couple green, red. Someone got that. I love that.
Oh, yeah. That's usually what happens when I open the trench coat too. The guy says, "Holy shit."
This is the homage to Broken City.
Broken City?
What was it called?
Dark City?
Dark City. There we go. I missed that one.
I was going to say this scene ends up being the homage to Ghost in the Shell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the one you watched.
Yes.
That I
Dark
missed.
City, another really good movie. Same set that they did this. The opening scene is the same, literally the same set from that movie. This scene was worth the price of the ticket alone. Like, this is what everybody wanted to see in the theater.
Her wall climb scene right here was shot in one take.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the column disintegrating, that's
The homage. What a woman.
There's an interesting morality that, kind of gets glossed over here, but they're like just executing people,
Just people doing their jobs, protecting the
People
building.
just showing up, caring about their families.
Yeah, right. He had a pension.
They've orphaned a lot of kids in this scene. yeah.
Couldn't have took the back stairs or something?
yeah. Oh, what a great shot. Interesting, the music choice here that's sort of like a little bit more upbeat and lighthearted compared to like Club to Death, which was the scene when they're with the red lady and the twins.
The what?
The twins, we were saying they got twins to shoot that shot.
the red,
like that music there is so serious. It's funny that they picked like the more
happy
music for this. I would have, it's like, wow, this was a fun time. When you go back and watch Ghost in the Shell with my commentary, it's a scene, but it's with like a tank, but it's a robot, is what she's fighting in that.
Like a mech?
Yeah, like a mech in that scene as compared to. I love that scene too, where the agents push him a little bit. They go, "What were you doing?" Like, you can't imagine that. That's got to be the first time that agent's ever said that. Like, there's never been a question of what they were doing. You know?
It's a program.
Yeah. They're
Should
just
be
following orders.
Linear.
Yeah. I agree. It's the best scene, Neil. I like the virus scene. There's a bunch of best scenes in this movie. It's hard to say. I think it's really interesting too that agent just said, "I think they're trying to save him." That's such a failure of empathy of of them being able to understand what the humans are even doing there. He's like, it's so obvious that's what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like, it's interesting that he says that. Whereas Smith acts like a human being. Like, he gets humans, and he even says, "I'm afraid I'm infected by you guys," which in a sense he is.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he's infected by his own wants and needs, like a human has. Versus,
he is the true one.
He is the one. That's a theory, actually, right?
It's my theory.
So, go ahead.
It went green. Did you see the green tint?
Yeah. He went very green. What I was going to say is the fight scene between Morpheus and Keanu, or was really good. I've noticed some of the kung fu in the rest of the scenes is a little bit like less, just compared to Reloaded. Like, I love Reloaded, which is kind of usually most people's least favorite movie, but the kung fu in that one's crazy.
Is Reloaded the second? Yeah, you got to do 2, 3 with
2,
me.
yeah, 2. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and this famous shot. I forgot they got hit.
Yeah. Nice.
Such incredible, like, every line feels like so iconic. I agree, Neil. I think Smith is one of the most interesting characters. Kind of like the same thing with Cipher. I think Cipher, there's some part of Cipher that's correct. You know what I mean? Like, he's not, it's an interesting moral question, Cipher's thing.
He's not the one.
He's not going to get to bang Carrie-Anne Moss.
Yeah. Fuck me. Fuck it. Yeah. I want to be an actor. Why not? Yes.
Yeah.
No 40 pieces of silver, though. Judas.
Yeah. All I got was some juicy steak.
Yeah.
I don't know, Annie. I think they might have. I don't know, though.
No, he died.
He died, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they would have never had. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
She's saying it had everything gone to plan.
They still wouldn't have.
You don't think so?
Well,
No, what's your honest opinion on that? You don't think they would have?
yeah. Fuck it. Why not? One battery, they gotta not,
Yeah.
like, it's a business sense. It's like,
It's interesting. You don't really... I'm trying to think of through the 3 movies, if you ever get that moment where the machines, for lack of a better phrase, are able to, like, make good on a bargain. You don't really get it. You don't know to what their morality is like, which I think is what's so powerful about the movie. It keeps you guessing. You don't know how evil they are.
well, they offered Neo a plea bargain, if you will, in the beginning.
Yeah.
We never went through with it. But
the question would be, would they have gone through with it?
Yeah, abide to it.
They certainly, the implication is that they wouldn't have, because they're like mafioso when they
Excuse
offer
me?
that. Sorry, I didn't mean to be Italio-phobic.
I don't know. It's like, this thing, it doesn't exist. They're going to fucking put that on my culture. I think I'm a little insulted. I am a little insulted.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be Italophobic there.
Yeah, you know. You can make up for it. We'll stop by every week for an envelope.
Oh, this was another one where the glass ripples. I don't think anybody had ever seen that. Do you think if they had had, let's say, a smaller budget? Ooh. Yo, how's it going, Amy? The queen of the movie meetups. How are you, my friend? What I was going to ask is, do you think if this movie had had a smaller budget, even by like, let's say a third, do you think it could have done as well as it did? Or do you think the special effects, like, had they had slightly worse special effects, would have changed
Definitely
things?
would have held up this far into the future.
I mean, I feel like it holds up perfectly.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it might
Ridiculously.
have been, like, it's a great storyline. It's deep. There's alternative meetings, everything, whether you want to see it or make it your own alternative meeting. But definitely it's still keeping up for some amazing reason. Like,
Yeah.
There's no reason that it should
be this good. Yeah, yeah.
At this point in time.
I agree.
What is it, 20?
Would be 22 years old?
20 years
21,
old.
22?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, I miss you too, Amy. Can't wait to see you. We are going to go see Matrix 4 if you can make it out. That would be amazing. I forgot about this scene.
Fucking phone. Releases the 28th of December.
We're
deciding
the movie will come out on the 22nd. We have not settled on a date as of this moment. There's some debate about whether or not we'll try to do a midnight showing or if we'll try to do the following week a little earlier on in the night. I think we're all leaning towards a little earlier, but not the midnight showing.
Yeah.
So
we'll figure it out. But when's it out is
when's it out is going to be the 22nd.
Okay.
Yeah. Wednesday the 22nd.
When we're going to see it
will probably be the 28th, something like that.
Yeah.
I want to say the date. Down at the Shadowwood, which I know you've been to before. It's actually Amy who brought me to the Shadowwood down in Boca. Oh. Yeah, all those years ago. I don't know how many years I've been seeing movies with Amy now, but a long time. So good.
What better crowd to come out to?
Either way, Amy, I completely understand.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure. But yes, we are a good crowd.
Pleasure to have you here now.
So like the kung fu here is really good. Cheers, brother. I don't know what I did to deserve you, but I'm glad that you're in my life, my friend. Headphone tap.
Yeah. This is awesome, though. Thank you all for being here.
I forgot how you got him with the fingers there. Yeah.
ICS never taught us that.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
I love them, though.
Yeah.
Shout out if. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going, Orlando? We are an hour and 57 minutes into a 2 hour and 16-minute movie. The 1-inch punch. Yeah, I wonder if that's a Bruce Lee thing.
Yes.
Yeah. I know
1000%
the
is,
1-inch punch is, but I wonder if that's like why they did
homage,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was like a throat
We
flick.
actually did the 1-inch punch with Henry.
Yeah, we absolutely did.
Never, did you hear the glitch sound effect in the left ear? Like when he got hit, it wasn't a splat sound. It was actually like a glitchy little sound.
Yes.
Star Wars homage right there from the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah,
you know how
when
they climb up and down like that?
And they go to the gunning position.
Yeah. We all have those day jobs. The day job struggle is real.
Barely.
You're
Barely.
I think it's interesting the choice that, like, in this movie, I think we've only seen 3 different agents.
Yeah.
Instead of, like, they could have had there be 50 lookalike agents, but instead they give you 3. You know, it makes it more personal in a way. Like, oh, it's that guy again. You know what I mean?
Which one of there's the iffy turncoat agent.
Yeah.
There's the stronger agent.
There's, yes.
And there's that weaker little ratty fucking agent. Yeah.
It's interesting that they're all kind of redheads, too.
Yeah. Yeah, yes, they are.
A little South Park implication about a lack of soul. What was that on the screen?
Yeah, right?
Did you see that?
It was very vibrant.
It was very vibrant.
And she was sharpening a knife.
Yeah.
With a trowel. I
don't remember that. That was a very weird scene, actually. Like,
seeing that again,
Yeah, seeing it again.
That's the Butch agent.
Yeah, that's the one who he's the company man. He's like definitely team machines.
Absolutely not at a leather night after happy hour.
What? I didn't hear you.
I know.
Oh, yeah. Wonder why I wasn't shooting there. Yeah. Yeah, they just couldn't afford more than 3 actors.
Yeah.
Oof. Love that shot. The reaction shot.
I'm looking for the gold line coat real quick.
What is it?
Gold lined coat from the agent,
Okay.
according to.
I love that Morpheo hasn't hit the EMP. Yeah, Orlando, that's a 1999 computer. Can't really render all that much at once.
This is the gender reversal from the prince kissing the princess to the
Wake
prince
her up. Yeah, so the princess
kissing
kisses
the prince to
Yeah.
bring them back to life.
Yeah, I love it.
Breaking boundaries. Salute.
Yeah. Yeah, cheers to feminism.
Cheers to equality. You can kiss me and wake me up, bitch. I like to sleep too.
Oh, man. I forgot that he like pulls it out of the air. That's such a great thing. This shot too. I remember seeing that in the theater being like, motherfucker.
And who knew it was all sushi recipes?
The sushi recipes, yeah. And Keanu did a great job here, just with the like boredom almost.
Yeah,
like he doesn't even
all,
fucking.
His whole acting style is apathy.
Yeah.
In some respect.
Which I think made him perfect for this role.
Yeah,
and I think
yeah.
he's become one of the greatest actors of all time. But in this the first Matrix, you can see is a little green around the ears. That's all I was ever saying.
Until they changed it to blue.
Blue?
Green to blue.
Green to blue?
Never mind.
Oh, I got it. I'm so fucking stupid, dude.
Thank God
I'm
you're
sorry.
pretty.
Oh, fuck. Cheers to being pretty. You're prettier than me.
You said it.
You long-haired motherfucker. Look at those genetics.
That is some horrible
I never
CGI, though.
remembered that you saw a piece of his face flying at the camera. See gold line? You were picking
inside the suit when they're running.
Oh, okay.
I'm waiting for it, but not in Dracula.
I don't know what that means. Oh, he was bad. Oh, Keanu was bad in Dracula 1992. Ah, there's the trans again.
Was it? I don't know. I was 2 years old.
I always wish they didn't end with Rage Against the Machine here. I don't know why. I guess Rage is such like an identifiable band.
At this today. Back then.
Even though back then.
I don't know.
For sure. I knew about them because of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 for the N64.
Oh, yeah.
Remember how that track?
Yeah.
They were definitely just so iconic. Whereas, I guess the thing is, the rest of the movie felt so timeless. And it's just that Rage has this very specific style, you know? I will stop dissing Keanu, Amy, sorry.
Yeah.
I have not seen Prince of Pennsylvania. They did have Rob Zombie earlier in the club scene, which is kind of the same complaint, but for some reason it blends in better. They did a club remix too. But it's still great. It's still amazing. So. Thank you, Gaetano, so much for doing this with me.
Thank you for you allowing that or facilitating this because we all enjoy it. I've been on the other side. Thank you all for being here tonight.
Yes, thank you guys very much.
This would just be us, which is cool, but watching a movie talking shit. And I hope you enjoyed. I really do. Thank you to the hosts that made it. Where's the count? Where are we at?
I do think the soundtrack is timeless. And then I get super, I love the soundtrack to Reloaded. That's one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. So, although it's less well known than this one for sure.
Yeah, I don't know the soundtrack to that one offhand.
Yo, Mona Lisa Overdrive, when we hit that next week, that track, I'm going to send it to you now so you can listen to it and just be like, it's just one of the coolest pieces of music. I don't know.
Oh, who's left at this point? But this movie was shot in, what was it, E minor?
Oh, yeah, you were saying. I didn't know this about the music theory here. So Don Davis scored this movie in E minor.
I really had notes, motherfuckers. I remembered pretty much a lot of it.
Yeah, you remembered almost all of it, dude.
Why?
That was crazy.
Why? Oh, yeah, this was shot in E minor. The second one was F sharp.
F sharp.
Minor.
And then the third movie, they did the score in G minor. So it modulated up. as it was going, which is a really interesting thing as compared to, say, like Star Wars. The theme has been the same in every movie, you know.
Doing that.
That's pretty crazy. Oh, Marilyn Manson here at the end. Yeah. So yeah,
that was amazing.
Great. Yeah,
I enjoyed myself. You had a good time?
I had the best time with you and everybody who was here tonight. I appreciate all of the support, you guys. And yeah, especially to you, Gaetano. Holy shit, I am seriously impressed by the amount of research you did on this, and
I'll make up for it for the next one, because I got nothing left.
Well, as long as you could give me some notes on Revolutions before I go into it, dude. Just text me something, okay?
Yeah.
Help me out a little bit.
Viva la revolución. I don't know.
All right. So that was amazing, guys. I love everybody. We're going to call it a night. And let me see. Yeah, there we go. So next week, Wednesday at 9, we're going to be jumping right into Matrix Reloaded, the second Matrix movie. And just big thanks to all of you guys for hanging out with us. Anything you'd like to say before we go? Scum Comedy, December 11th?
Yes. Scum Comedy, December 11th. But thank you all for being here. Honestly, you guys are just as important as us. Without you guys, we're nothing. So thank you all for enjoying.
That is for sure.
Yeah.
We're definitely nothing.
Absolutely. Good night.
I love you guys. Have a good night.